Hello, 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 your favorite person back again, bringing the beautiful, sexy voice into your ears every day of the week since 2011. How you doing? My name, of course, is Fight and Flight, and I'm a little overhyped. I should get my own hype man. I should get a guy for that, right? Dive into my money vault and grab a guy for that. Anyways, I thought I'd talk about video games today. It's not necessarily a rant, but it might turn into one. It's completely off the cuff. We'll see where we go from here. I was just thinking, and it's come to my attention that there are no new good video games. I mean, really, if you look, name like some of the greatest games ever. Fallout, that's got to be up there. Minecraft was people's lives for 4 years. Destiny's a pretty good game. L.A. Noire, but think of all the games that have flopped. I mean, like the new games. I'm particularly thinking Titanfall, because that game was super hyped. People played it for 12 hours and thought, well, we're done here. The newest Call of Duty, Ghosts, was it, right? Yeah, that's how bad it was. I don't even remember the name of the bloody thing. Ghosts, that was a flop because it was a bad game. Battlefield 4, I think, had a head of steam, but it's lost it now. I don't see that very much anymore. Hearthstone, that's got a big streaming community, but that game's kind of lost its little setting as well. What I'm trying to say is that there's no new good. It's like back in the 80s, if you listen to rock and roll, all the bands were back in the 80s, and now coming up on the turn of the century and a decade past that, there's not a whole lot going on. There's something like like a Nickelback or Three Doors Down that gets like a super big hit song, and then they just kind of fade away to their little thing. Gaming is kind of the same way. We had a few mega hits. We had like the biggest game that's ever sold in the history of ever, Minecraft. People are just getting tired of it. I mean, you've lived it for like 4 years. Now that Microsoft's bought it out, I'm sure they're gonna ruin it, because that's what they do. They ruin things, and they're like Google. They ruin things, but you can't hate them because they're Microsoft. Same with Google. I mean, the next Call of Duty, that's alright, there's only been 11 of those. At what point do we need a new game? And I don't really know why people aren't taking a stand for new games. I mean, the ideas are out there. The ideas are plentiful, trust me. But why are game companies not like taking, you know what? Let's build this new game. Let's just break all the rules. Let's build this awesome new game, and it doesn't matter. Because, and people can't even say anymore that, oh, it costs too much money, if you're spending $4 or $5 million to code this game, you're doing it wrong. You really are. You're stupid. You're doing it wrong. Because now, like, okay, take it back to the music thing. Let's say to recoup your money, you had to sell 3 million copies of the specific game. Now, let me take it into music for you. Your album, right, your created work, would have to go platinum 3 times over. Even in the 80s, that was an almost impossible feat. So I don't know why it costs so much to make these games, but I tell you what, there's people out there to buy them. I mean, if what's the game? Grand Theft Auto 5, right? If that game could sell $1 billion, 1 billion, that's with a lot of zeros, my friends. That's 9 zeros at the end of 1, all right? 9 zeros. $1 billion in, what was it? 3 days. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They sold $1 billion. Say it again. $billion in 3 days. And these guys, so the market is there. The market's bigger than it's ever been. Everyone is a gamer. All the kids are gamers now. Why don't you take that target audience, the younger generation, right? I'm not talking my generation, or not, I shouldn't say my age group, right? The teens, upper teens. Scale it back to like 10-year-olds, because those are the ones that are really gonna buy it. If you can hit the maybe like 10 through 15 sort of range, if you can hit that, you're doing it right. You're really doing it right. Because there's so many people that will buy it. I don't know why you won't take a risk on it and just do it. See what happens. I mean, don't code it for as much. I mean, why don't you just pick up, a coding program. Let's say your entire budget, right? It costs 2 years to make this game. You got the best software. You got like 3 people working on it full time making this game, right? Okay, maybe not. Let's say 13 people making this game. There is no way, I can't think of a way that it could cost over $1 million. That's with 7 zeros. Or is it? Yeah, it's 7 zeros. No, 6 zeros. Sorry. 7 numbers. I may have got the billion one wrong as well. But nonetheless, I digress. There should be I don't know where this money's going. I mean, you should take that extra money, the extra, $5 or $7 million that you just wasted, and build a new game, promotion, something like that. What I'm trying to say is, the core of this message, if you've gotten this far, is that there's something you could do to bring gaming into a surge, because right now, people are just spitting out really quite crappy things, and I'm afraid that we're going to see a video game crash pretty soon, where games are going to be worthless. They're not going to sell. Companies are going to go out of business. We're going to have to go bury them out in the desert again. You guys remember that debacle? Oh, yeah. There was so many cartridges printed back in the day that they had nothing to do with them, so they went and dumped them in the desert and buried them out there. There's got to be a better way. All right? So, that is my little rant/talk/thought for you guys. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.